Good morning, good morning. Today is Tuesday, January 12th, 2021. Coach Rich in the house. Man, we're working some legs today. We're doing an on-the-minute, 25-minute, 5 exercise blaster. We're gonna be doing some lunges. We're gonna be doing some narrow stance, racked, narrow squats, spicy. Then we're gonna be doing some single leg Romanian deadlifts. And then we're gonna be doing some two-handed swings. And then if you have a band, we're gonna be on the ground doing a banded hamstring curl. Man, we're gonna warm up with just some multi-planar lunge work, a little bit of core work, and then we're gonna get into this main juicy set today. And we're gonna be finishing with just some good old-fashioned core work. Some banded leg lowers. Again, if you don't have the band, we'll use a weight instead, and then some shoulder taps. Whew! A lot of good action today. Let's warm it up here a little bit, y'all. Let's chop the feet here a little bit. Whew, it is chilly here in this morning. 61 degrees in the garage gym. I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining. I'm about to get my sweat going here. A little forward, a little back, little forward, little back. Keep it going, keep it going, keep it going. And then let's take the feet a little bit out, a little bit in. Good morning, Miss Meg. Miss Meg in the house. Oh man. Oh man, then a little hip turn. Little hip turn. 3, 2, let's go through this one more time. Little choppy feet. Little choppy feet, work the arms a little bit. Little cha-cha, little forward, little back. Just with whatever space you have access to, take advantage of it. Let's get our bodies prepped and ready this morning and do some work. Let's take it out. Let's take it in, come on. Let's take it out, let's take it in. And then some hip turns. A lot of good stuff going. We gotta make sure we are ready for it. We are ready for it. All right, I'm gonna use my squat rack here. If you don't have a squat rack, just grab a wall. Some big leg swings. If you have amazing balance, you can do this without holding on to anything. But I like to kind of use my wall. 3, 2, just big fluid swings. And then switch it up. Root your foot into the ground. Let's swing the opposite leg, nice and fluid. You're not forcing anything here, just nice and easy. 3, 2, 1. All right. From here, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start standing nice and tall. I'm gonna reach my hands way up in the air, and then I'm gonna fold at my hip. So I'm gonna fold at my hip. I'm gonna try to take my fingers and wedge them underneath my feet. From here, I'm gonna pull myself into a squat, raise my arms over my head, and then stand up. And then we're gonna repeat. So I'm gonna fold at my hip. I'm gonna grab my feet. I'm gonna pull myself into a squat. Arms overhead and stand up. Let's do one more of those. Fold at the hip. Feel a little stretch in the hamstrings. Pull yourself into a squat. Arms overhead and stand up. All right, next one. I'm gonna step back with my left leg. I'm gonna reach my left arm up, and I'm gonna bend toward whatever leg is forward. So I'm gonna bend to my right. Reset, and then stand up. Big, giant step back. Whatever leg that I step back with, I'm gonna squeeze my glute. I'm gonna reach my hand up, and then I'm gonna bend. Back with the left, squeeze the left glute, sink, feel a little stretch in the hip flexor, bend, reset. One more time. Big step back, squeeze the backside glute, reach up, and then a bend. From here, let's just come all the way down to the ground. Setting up in our quadruped position, going through our cat-cows. Round your spine, exhale, squeeze your booty, push all your air out of your belly, and then you're gonna arch your spine, you're gonna look up, and then go through a couple of these cat-cows. When you go into this rounded shape, push your hands into the ground, and then arch and look up. From here, let's go through our half kneeling flow. Y'all know our half kneeling flow. Hand is opposite the forward foot. We're pushing out, making sure the big toe stays on the ground. Then we're gonna go forearm to the floor. We're gonna open and turn one time. Hand down. Keep your hands so that they're in line with the forward foot. Rock your hips back and then shift them left and right. Feel a little hammy there. Let's go through this flow one more time on the other side. So I'm going right leg back, left foot up and out in front. My first position is I'm gonna drive my knee out. Push, 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 making sure the big toe stays on the ground. You don't want your foot to open out like that. Keep that foot flat. And then you're going forearm to the floor. Big open turn towards that forward leg. Arm down, rock back. Feel a little stretch in the hamstring. Once you get it, move your hips side to side. Oh yeah. Alrighty, so we're gonna get into the starter here. Starter, it's only gonna be 3 movements. We're gonna do a curtsy lunge on the right side, a curtsy lunge on the left side, and then a hard style plank. Curtsy lunge, couple little things here. When I cross back and behind, I wanna make sure that this knee stays in line with my forward foot, so I'm gonna cross behind, but I'm not gonna let this knee collapse way to the outside here. I'm gonna make sure it stays stacked over my foot, come back up. We're only gonna work to one side, and then we're gonna do the same move going to the other side. When you're doing this, you want a little bit of forward lean. So when I cross back and behind, my chest is kind of loaded up over the top of this thigh here. And when I do that the right way, I'm gonna really do a good job of loading up this hip. And it's gonna be kind of like a hybrid movement where I'm loading up my quad, my ham, and then this glute. So I wanna hit all 3 of those things in one movement. So a little forward lean. I'm gonna have kind of even weight between the balls of my feet and my heel. So nice and balanced. Right side, left side. The last one, hard style plank. Hard style plank, that just means when we're down in this plank, we're focusing on squeezing everything. We're not just passively hanging out in a plank position here, but we're gonna be actively squeezing our quads, our glutes, and our abs, driving our fists into the ground. Thinking about how much tension we can create from our toes all the way up to our head. All right, so high volume, really strong tension here. 3 rounds, 30 seconds per round, and then we're gonna get into it. All right, Coach needs a quick little sippy. 30 seconds on the clock. We're gonna start with that curtsy lunge here, guys. Crossing back and behind with the left leg. Short little 10-second breaks in between. So you gotta transition quickly. Left leg crossing behind to my right. Right foot stays square, here we go. If you wanna use a little weight, you can, but we really just wanna work on range of motion here, warming some things up, even little load between my forefoot and my heel, and then really trying to feel your glute loading up, your hip loading up. So your legs those are gonna naturally warm up, but we really wanna make sure that we're accessing the glute, the hip there. Same move, guys, we're gonna go the other way. Right leg, back and behind. Here we go, loading into our left hip. So think, shift your weight into your back left pocket as you cross back and behind. And just like all our movements, as you feel comfortable, you feel good, you start speeding up, you start working a little harder. We're gonna go from this right down to the ground here and start working that plank. 5 seconds here. All right, coming into our plank. High tension here, high tension. Let's go. All right, I want you to think about squeezing your quads, squeezing your butt, squeezing your stomach. Separate your fists and then drive your fists into the ground. You're gonna breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth. Every time that you exhale, you squeeze a little bit tighter. Actively squeezing all those muscles the entire set. Quads, glutes, abs, fists into the ground. Think about driving your elbows towards your feet. Feet towards your elbows. Nice. We're back up, short little rest. We're gonna go right into that curtsy lunge again. All right, start working on that speed now, working on that speed. Crossing behind, coming up. Staying nice and balanced. Little forward lean as you drop down. Even weight between the balls of your feet and your heel. Power through the movement. Load, stand up fast. Control it coming down, stand up fast. When you step back, your weight isn't crashing to that back leg. Lean forward, keep that weight more loaded up onto the front side. All right, left side coming up. Left foot is nice and square. Leaning forward, stand up tall. Lean forward, stand up tall. Drive your front heel through the ground as you stand up, reaching that leg kind of back and behind. And then another thing I like to do to really help myself feel my hip is I'm gonna reach just slightly across my midline. Excellent. Coming back down, plank number 2. High tension plank here, high tension plank. Ready? Let's go. Quads, glutes, abs are tight, fists are driving into the ground. Breathing in through your nose, out through your mouth. Your spine stays totally flat, totally neutral. You're driving your elbows towards your feet. You're pulling your feet up towards your elbows. And you're squeezing your abs as tightly as you can, but you're never gonna hold your breath. Your breathing stays consistent the entire set. Tension, 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 hold it. Nice job. 2 down. Let's get one more. If you're feeling good on this last one, you wanna grab a little weight, you can do that. All right, I'm gonna stick with my body weight here. I'm just gonna work on my range of motion, work on my speed, specifically as I stand up. I wanna come down with control, and I wanna power myself up and out of the hole. Almost there. And then we're gonna go to the left. 2 more for our warmer up here. And then we're on the minute for the next 25. 1, here we go, crossing behind, power up through that front heel. As I step back, I'm leaning forward. I'm getting my chest over that forward leg, and then I'm powerfully standing up tall. By now you should be feeling your thigh, your glute, your hip. All right, last time for our high tension plank. Last time doing this one here. Tons of tension. Ready, ready? How tight can you get? Squeeze your quads, squeeze your glutes, squeeze your abs. Drive your fists into the ground. Pull your toes towards your elbows. Drive your elbows down towards your toes. Get your core as tight as you possibly can. Breathing the entire time, making sure the breath gets down by the belly button, down low. Excellent. All right, warm-up's complete. Moving on. Moving on. So now we're gonna be doing a 25-minute on the minute here. On the minute, it's gonna be 5 different exercises. And I'm gonna give you your rep schemes here in a second. So, our rep schemes. We're gonna be starting with a goblet reverse lunge for 8 per side. You're gonna hold your weight up in the goblet position, so bell's gonna be underneath the chin. You're gonna do all your reps on one side, and then you're gonna do all your reps on the other side. These are gonna go for 8. If you get through the full round and you felt like you weren't really getting challenged hard enough, You got two options. You can bump your weight a little bit or add another rep or two. All right, but we're gonna start with 8. After the reverse lunge, we're gonna be going into a heels elevated single arm rack squat for 8 per side. So you're gonna hold a dumbbell or a kettlebell offset in one side. You're gonna find something to elevate your heels up onto 1 to 2 inches off the floor. From here, my stance is super narrow, maybe like 4 to 6 inches apart. All right, I'm gonna squat straight down, drive straight up. I'm gonna do 8, and then I'm gonna switch arms and do 8 more. Again, you finish the set. If it felt easy, the next time either add a rep or two or bump your weight up a little bit. Our next one, exercise number 3, is gonna be a single leg Romanian deadlift. You can do this holding on to something, like a squat rack or a wall or a couch, all right? If I have the weight in my left arm, my left leg is gonna be the leg that's going backwards. So going back with the left, from holding in my left. All right, you don't have to hold on to something. You got great balance, you can do it without. What you wanna feel here is a shift of your weight going backwards, loading up your hamstring. On those, we're gonna be going 6 per side. So the first 2 are 8s, exercise 3, 6 and 6. The fourth exercise, 2-hand kettlebell swing. You guys know your swings. Open up your stance, hinge back, hike the bell through. Stand up hard and fast. Swings, we're going 15. Last exercise. If you have a band, all right, you're gonna take your band, you're gonna anchor it low, maybe like loop it around the foot of your couch or something that is heavy and low to the ground. From here, what you're gonna do is you're gonna slip your heels through the band, and you might need to make a big loop with your band if you can. You're gonna lay in your belly, and then you're gonna be pulling your heels to your butt. Little hamstring curl. If you don't have a band, you can take a dumbbell and hold it between your feet, and you'll do a dumbbell curl on the ground like that. If you don't want to do that, you can flip over, you can bridge up and do a little hamstring walkout. Regardless, find something to work your hamstrings directly on that last one. And we're gonna do that last one for 15 reps. All right, so we got a lunge, we got a racked narrow squat, we got a single leg RDL, we got a 2-hand swing, and then we have a little iso curl action there at the end. This is an on-the-minute workout, so that means at the top of the minute, we're gonna start these exercises together. Once you're done, you're gonna rest to the top of the next minute. We're gonna be working for the next 25 minutes straight. Let's have some fun. Let's work hard. You finish the full round, and that's when you're gonna assess, do you need to go up in weight? Or if you can't do that, are you gonna add a rep or two? Alrighty, so let's have some fun. Let's work hard. 25 minutes on the clock. We're starting with 8 per side reverse lunge. That's number 1. 8 per side reverse lunge. Do all the reps on one leg, and then you're gonna switch legs. We're on the clock. Goblet position, bell is up, chest up, good posture. Here we go. Stepping back, drive that front heel through the ground, similar to our warm-up. All right, exercise number 2 is gonna be our racked narrow squat. Heels elevated, stance is narrow. We're going 8 per side here. 8 per side here, stance is narrow, chest is up, good posture. All right, weight's gonna be racked up, squatting straight down. Focus on your quads here. Right when you finish one side, you're gonna switch arms and go right to it on the other side. Woo! Coach is already breathing heavy. Oh, we're in for it today, y'all. Single leg Romanian deadlift coming up next. I'm holding the bell with my left arm. I'm gonna send my left leg back. 6 per side here. 6 per side. Create some tension with the free hand. Root your foot into the ground. Ready? Only 6. Once you get 6, switch it up, go right to it. Whew. All right, catch your breath. Make a little mental note. Was that set easy? Was it just right? Was it hard? Adjust as necessary. 2-hand swing coming up, 15 reps. Let's be explosive on these swings. Snap through the quads, finish with the glutes, hard exhale. Ready? Here we go. All right, swings are done. Our last one here, we're gonna be setting up using our band or the dumbbell. All right, so I'm gonna get my band situated here. When I step my feet in, I'm gonna put my heels in first. My heels go in first, and then I'm gonna around the sides of the band. From here, I'm gonna lay into my belly. I'm gonna make sure my abs are tight, and I'm gonna be thinking about pulling my heels all the way to my butt, keeping a little tension through my core. Ready? Here we go. $15 reps. Whew. All right, 1 round down. 1 round down. All right, now make a little assessment. If you have access to a little heavier weight and you need to make it harder, add a little more weight. If you don't have access to a heavier weight, you're gonna add another rep or 2. All right, round 2 coming up. This is the one we're gonna have the weight racked, goblet position, reverse lunge. All right, bell's nice and high. Here we go, 8 per side. Do all the reps on one side before you switch. All right, exercise 2. We've got our narrow stance, racked squat. Narrow stance, single arm rack squat. We're doing 8 per side. Heels are elevated. Focus on your quads here. Tension through your core. 8 per side. After 8, switch it right over, lock it in. Whew. Whew. Heart rate's up. Heart rate's up. We're working hard over here. Single leg Romanian deadlift next. Use support if you need it. You don't have to. Left arm, left leg goes back. 6 per side. Good work, guys, good work. Once you get 6, switch up. Create some tension. Get to it. Whew. Whew. Awesome job. 2-hand kettlebell swing coming up next. 2-hand kettlebell swing. Begin by setting up your feet in the bell like a triangle. Hike it back, snap through. Hike it back, snap through. Here we go. $15 total. Good work, guys. Good work. And then our last one, we've got our banded hamstring curl. So we're gonna set up, get our band situated. We're gonna loop the band around the heels and then lasso our toes around the sides. All right, that way the band is nice and secure. We're gonna lay on our bellies. We're gonna create a little bit of tension through our abdominals. All right, we're gonna drive our heels towards our butt. Smooth reps, 15, ready? Let's go, smooth. Ooh. All right, 2 rounds down. 2 rounds down. We are rolling now, y'all. We are rolling. Back up on our feet. We're feeling good. Goblet, reverse lunge coming up. Goblet, reverse lunge coming up. Bell is high. 8 reps, all the reps on one, and then all the reps on the other. All right, if you need to, bump your weight up, or you're gonna add another rep or 2 at the end of the set. All right, I'm gonna stick with my 8s. Ready? Here we go. Whew. Shake it out. Single arm racked, heels elevated, narrow squat. 8 per side coming up. 8 per side coming up. Stance is narrow. Weight is racked, offset. Focus on your quads. Switching up. You should notice on that exercise, our torsos are really vertical. When we keep our torso in that position, it's gonna really force us to use our quads more and more. Single leg, RDLs coming up. The weight's in your left, going back with the left arm. Good tension. Here we go. 6 per side. Once you get 6, switch hands, create the tension, brace your core. Think about your foot grabbing the ground. Your big toe, your pinky toe, your heel acts like a claw. It grips the floor. Ooh. Coach is sweating over here for real. We got this, y'all, come on. 2-hand swing coming up. 2-hand swing coming up for 15. All right, let's go to work. Snap through. Whew. All right, one more here, guys. One more. One more. One more. I should say 2 more. 1 more in this sequence. 2 more full rounds. Hamstring curlies coming up. Hamstring curlies coming up. Put your heels in first. Loop your toes around. Lay in the belly. Heels towards your glutes. Smooth, controlled reps. Ready? Here we go. 15. Oh, woo! All right, guys, we're doing awesome. 3 rounds down, 2 to go. 3 rounds down, 2 to go. 3 rounds down, 2 to go. We're starting back up with our goblet reverse lunge, 8 aside. Let's keep working hard. Let's have some fun. Let's push it. We got this. We got this, y'all. Come on. Whew. Whew. All right. All right, if you're doing some single leg work, I always recommend do your weaker side first. Weaker side first. Ready? Here we go. Whew. 8 aside. Shake it off. This is the 1-2 combo. Going right into our narrow stance, heels elevated, offset squats. Whew. 8, and then switch in 8. Get it up on one side, create some tension, focus on your quads. Man, gets me every time. Gets me every time. Single leg remaining deadlifts coming up. Single leg remaining deadlifts coming up. We got this, come on. Let's work here. Let's work. Core stays tight. Free hand makes a fist. Ready? Whatever side you're holding that weight, that leg goes back. 6 reps. Thinking about that foot being really active. Grab the floor with your foot. Shift your weight back into your heel as you tip. All right, swings coming up. Swings coming up. Nice and powerful on our swings. Oh, coach is sweating for real. 15 swings. Ready, ready, open up the stance. Here we go. Oh yeah. All right, last one around 4. Last one around 4, we got this. Grab the band, grab your light dumbbell, whatever you're using, but make sure you're targeting hamstrings. That's what we want on this one right here. We want them hammies. Laying onto our belly, core stays nice and tight. Work on getting your heels all the way to your butt. Smooth, controlled reps. 2, 1, here we go. Smooth, controlled reps. 15. Feel your hamstrings. Almost there. Ooh. Ooh, baby. All right, guys. Final set coming up. Final set coming up. Final set. Goblet reverse lunge. We got this. We got this. Come on. Let's work hard. 8 reps a side. If you got it, I want you bumping up your weights a little bit or bumping up another rep or 2. Last round. Push yourself here. Let's go to work. 8 reps or more and switch up. Oh. Whew. All right, 4 down. 1 down, 4 to go. Rack it up. Stance is narrow. High tension, focus on the quads. Eight reps, switch up. Woo! No joke. No joke for real. All right, single leg remaining deadlifts coming up. 6 reps aside. Brace your core. Grab the floor with your foot. You got this, come on. Focus. Here we go, free hand makes a fist. Man, those take every ounce of my focus, and I still messed up a rep. Oh. 2-hand swing coming up. Let's be powerful here, powerful. Snap through your quads. Drive your heels to the ground. Squeeze the glutes, hard exhale. Let's go, 15. Yes, yes, now just one little easy one here. One little hammy. Moons over Miami. That was my college roommate's favorite IHOP breakfast. Moons over Miami. Funny. All right. Man, anybody miss their friends? Gosh, I can't wait to go have breakfast with my friends again. That'd be fun. Can you tell I'm hungry? Think about breakfast. 15, let's go. Oh, good work, guys, good work. Get your reps in. Oh, ooh, got those legs for sure, for sure. All right, we're gonna do a little core finisher coming up. So finish that set, and I'll show you what you're gonna be doing. We're gonna be doing only 2 exercises. They're gonna be really short. The first one, you're gonna be laying back. Whatever band that you used for your hamstring curl, you're gonna use the same one. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna grab the band here. I'm gonna pull it so my fists are directly over my chest, and then I'm gonna raise my legs up and lower one leg at a time. Similar to a dead bug, but now you should have a fair amount of tension pulling this band forward. So when I'm in this position here, I'm gonna work hard to push my lower back hard into the floor and get my core nice and tight. So I'm gonna hold the band here the entire set, and I'm just gonna be alternating leg reaches. If you wanna spice it up, go double leg reach. Just don't allow your lower back to gap off the ground. Make sure that low back stays pressed onto the ground. And then all we're gonna do is we're gonna be flipping over. We're gonna get into the top of our push-up position, and we're just gonna hit a couple shoulder taps. So my hands are gonna be set narrow. My feet are gonna be set a little wider. I'm gonna go hand to my shoulder and pause. Hand to my shoulder and pause. If you wanna make this one more challenging, you're gonna take your feet and go more narrow with your feet. So when I shrink my base of support, it's gonna be quite a bit harder for me to control, and I'm gonna have to use my core quite a bit more. Regardless if you're wide, if you're narrow, you are not gonna allow your shoulders to rotate or your hips. Your body's gonna stay totally flat like a board. All right, we're gonna be doing 5 rounds of each, 20 seconds of each exercise. We're going 20 seconds of the alternating leg band leg lower, and then the alternating arm shoulder tap. All righty, 5 rounds of each. Yeah. Oh yeah. And we're just gonna take a little 15-second rest between. but there's not gonna be any long breaks. So it's just gonna be 20 on, 15 off for 10 rounds straight. We're gonna start with a banded leg lower. All right, we're on the clock in 10. Ooh, I got a nice sweat mark there. Grab my band. I'm gonna pull this thing over the front of my chest, reaching my legs out one at a time. I'm gonna exhale first, reach my legs second. Good. From here, we're transitioning back into our high plank position. Hands are gonna be set a little narrower. Our feet are gonna be set a little bit wider. Hand to the shoulder and pause. No twisting. Push your arm into the ground. Quads, glutes, abs are tight. Excellent. And from here, we're just gonna flip back around, reset, grabbing our band, finding some tension, pulling the band right over the front of our chest, flatten our lower back into the ground, and then set the legs. Exhale first, reach second. At no point should your lower back be coming off the ground. Whew. Flipping back over. Flipping back over. If this shoulder tap was easy, I want you to bring your feet a little bit closer together, so a little more narrow with your feet. Ready? Here we go. Do not allow your body to rotate though. Stay square. Excellent, excellent. Oh, my triceps are starting to cramp from yesterday. All right, here we go. Band out in front. Here we go. All right, all right. I'm starting to feel that core there a little bit. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. All right, here we go. Shoulder tappies, stay square. Whew. All right, we're doing good now. We're doing just fine now. We've done 3 rounds. We got 2 to go. 3 down, 2 to go. We got this. Big reaches with the legs. Woo! Feeling it, feeling it, feeling it. Switching back. Oh man, my triceps are cramping. Here we go. Gotta go to my forearms here. All right, final set, we got this. Final set, we got this. Low back stays pressed into the ground. Think about tapping your calf to the floor. Ugh. Ugh. One more time. One more time. I'm gonna go back to my forearms again, but I'm still doing my shoulder taps. I'm just going for my forearms versus my hands because my triceps are cramping a little bit. Woo! Woo! All right, little stretch here. We're gonna land our bellies. Take a breath into the belly. And then from here, we're gonna go into a couple cobra press-ups. Hands coming outside your chest and your shoulders. Big breath in first. From here, just counter it a little bit. Sitting back, little child's pose, working on both sides. Good work today, guys. Good lower body day. Good lower body day. Let's go through our half kneeling flow. Leg is coming up. We're going out, down, open, rock back. I really like that circuit that we did. I like it because it combined a lot of different elements. So we got some single leg work, we got some direct quad work, we got some direct hamstring work, and we did it in a way that was very efficient, and it also allowed us to get our heart rate up a little bit, or to load up some weight if we wanted to. So that was a really full lower body sesh right there. That was nice. Tomorrow, it's gonna be more conditioning based.